And welcome back to Madison Square Garden for the second half of the Jordan Brand Classic regional game between the City and the Suburban team. In white is the City team, and Blaze French can't connect off the long J. Ryan Pearson tries to grab the rebound, and it goes out of bounds. Pearson led the team at the half with 17, along with 8 rebounds. Patrick Jackson had 12. The Suburban team as a team shot 52% from the field, and now they increase that field goal percentage with a Jordan Theodore floater. They also shot 50% from downtown, 8 threes in the first half. French leads Pearson to the bucket, uses glass, count it, plus the foul.
And Pearson's a guy that can get him back into this game. He's got a great ability to score. And once again, another nice move by Pearson. I'm continually impressed by his offensive display.
So Pearson will now head to the line, and he knocks it down to complete the three-point play. He also plays for Team Odom in the AAU circuit, and that's ranked 6th by NYCHoops.net. And Jones off the nice feed from Desmond Wade.
It's interesting. This game offensively reminds me a little bit of Lamar Odom. So, other than Lamar Odom's a lefty, but he does have a very similar style.
Justin Green caught underneath, and Pearson saves it with 19 on the shot clock. Back inside to Green. They play catch. Pearson tries to get it to go around the rim and out, and it's rebounded by Theodore. Leads man to the bucket, nearly blocked by Pearson. And there to put it back in is Kevin Jones. 75-60 in favor of the Suburban team, and as Walker tries to cut through the defense, he draws contact.
And Walker once again displaying extreme quickness.
That foul went against Wade. Here's French down the baseline, high floater, no good. And this is going to be a foul against Kevin Jones. French, who helped Holy Cross capture its first Catholic League title in 40 years. He hit the game-winning jumper with 5.2 seconds remaining to lift Holy Cross over Rice in the semifinals. And then they were able to get past Christ the King. As French, second free throw is up and in. And he teams with Sylvan Landisberg at Holy Cross. Landisberg, the All-American, who's headed to Virginia. Jones to Jones. Here's Mookie from the corner. A nice fadeaway over Justin Green.
Tough shot. Ball knocked away, able to keep his control and knock it down over Justin Green.
Walker lobs it inside.
Oh, nice move.
And Justin Green gets his defender up in the air and then finishes.
Green's so good with the footwork, able to stay under control and get that layup to go.
Wade can't connect. Here comes the City Slickers. Walker leaves it for French. Up and in off the glass.
There you go.
We talked about his playmaking ability, Dexter.
I'm just shaking my head now because another assist for Walker.
And Kevin Phillip blocks the initial shot. And then Theodore comes back with it for a layup.
Theodore in the right place at the right time. Able to get the easy score.
79-65. 17:40 remaining. Walker off the mark. Pearson the follow. Can't get it to go. The second time is up and in. Pearson continuing to collect the rebounds and add to his point total. He had 17 at the half. And a tough shot by Jarrett Mann. Back the other way.
Jarrett Mann with the answer. So you saw one end Jones scored and then Green came back, and one end Pearson scores and Mann came back.
And Green now draws a foul. A nice spin move towards the baseline. It's going to go against Mookie Jones. And Green finished up a 4-year career at Abraham Lincoln High School in Brooklyn, New York. He still has to decide what school he's going to. 4 schools have an opportunity as Green knocks down the free throw. Kent State, LIU, Quinnipiac, and Syracuse. Kent State seems to be the front runner at this point. Averaged 10.4 points per game and 10.9 rebounds. And Green knocks down the second. And that was over a 14-game span for the Rail Splitters. And Mann draws more contact on the other end, so he will now earn a trip to the line. And Green also led Lincoln to the Class AA state title with a 19-point performance against Holy Cross this season. And in total, he won 3 championships with Lincoln. So that's not a bad resume.
Not bad at all. And he's a solid player. And if he chooses to go to Kent State, be an excellent fit for him. He's a strong, good big man, strong inside, great footwork, great hands. Pretty much dominated the PSAL this year. Nobody had an answer for him. So he's gonna have to be even more tested on the next level as he plays a lot bigger players, but should be a solid player.
And Kent State seems to be the front runner because he thinks that he could get the most playing time there as Irvin Walker gets a wide open layup. Mann off the pump fake, tries to feed it inside. Thomas recovers, but then he travels, so we'll head back to the City team. And they still trail by 11, 82-71 with 16:37 remaining. Fontaine comes in for the Suburban team, and Mann takes a seat. Wade also takes a seat. Kilpatrick in. Walker gets it to French. The long jumper rattles in and ring it up for 3.
Nice elevation by French there, and line drive it home.
Fontaine from the free throw line goes air ball. Pearson collects it. And now he's looking up ahead to Walker.
Pearson, 20 points, 11 rebounds.
Walker from way downtown. Another 3. French and Walker back-to-back trays. And Phillip denies the Suburban team from a transition opportunity.
Just like that, Lance, it is a 5-point game. And that's what Irvin Walker can do. He can get you back into a game so quickly with his speed, shot-making ability, and he's just a tremendous player. If you're down, he's the player you want on the floor. He's the guy you might want the ball in his hands.
French and Phillip take a seat. Patrick Jackson and Lance Colborn in. And that's why you had mentioned earlier, Dexter, as Kilpatrick off the mark on the 3, that Walker, you could give him space, but he'll knock down the 3.
Yeah, he's a tough player to guard. Extremely tough.
Patrick Jackson couldn't catch up with the long pass, so it goes out of bounds, and it will head back to the Suburban team, but they won't take possession until we get back out of the timeout with 15:48 remaining. It is 82-71 in favor of the Suburban team. NYCHoops.net is the official licensed partner of the Rivals.com network and the online leader in New York City hoops recruiting news. Want to go inside? With NYCHoops.net, you get free daily team coverage and continually updated rankings and tournament info, plus breaking news and exclusive video on New York City basketball prospects. Interact with experts and the smartest fans on the members-only message board. As a special offer to the High School Basketball Network audience, get a 30-day free trial to NYCHoops.net. Just go to NYCHoops.net and use the code NYCHoops. That's NYCHoops.net, the official licensed partner of the Rivals.com network. So out of the timeout, for the Suburban team, they go with Marcus Morris, Quintrell Thomas, Sean Kilpatrick, Trevon Woodall, and Gio Fontaine. The City team with Irvin Walker, Chris Fouch, Blaze French, Patrick Jackson, and Lance Colborn. So a bit smaller lineup now in for the City team. They have a 3-guard alignment, but all 3 can shoot in French, Walker, and Fouch.
They can shoot, and Walker, as we talked about before, he's the kind of player that can get this team back in the game, and he has 10 points, 9 assists right now. So 1 assist shy of a double-double for Walker. And he has to be the spark plug.
Oh, they were down by double digits. Now it's only 5. Woodall on the right wing. Fouch gives him space. Now Kilpatrick takes over with 22 on the shot clock. Off the drop step. The leaner, no good. Loose ball tapped around. Jackson comes up with it. The City team on the run. But French initially lost possession. Walker thinking about the 3 again. Back out to French. He'll give it a try. And it's too short, but he saves his own miss and hands off to Jackson for a wide open lay-in.
Yeah, great hustle by French there. Never gave up on the play. 3-point game.
82-79. Just over 15 minutes and counting remaining in this one. Thomas from the elbow. Off the mark. Here comes Walker again, just weaving in and out of traffic. And he leads Jackson to the hoop again. This time he couldn't finish. And Marcus Morris grabs the rebound. Morris in the open court to Kilpatrick, switches hands and banks it in.
Yeah, nice finish by Kilpatrick. Wasn't distracted by Jackson. But once again, Walker's still making things happen for the City team.
84-79, 14:37 remaining. Here's Fouch from way downtown, rattles around the rim. French comes out of nowhere to grab the rebound, and we are going to have a foul.
Yeah, French showing the hustle right now.
And Jackson had a tremendous first half, 14 points, 4 rebounds, headed to Rutgers to play for head coach Fred Hill. And the last couple of possessions, he's aggressively taken it to the hole. As the City team will have another chance off the deflection. It'll be Walker now inbounding. And Kilpatrick read it perfectly. So they will try for a third time.
Maybe the third time will be the charm. The Suburban team may get the steal. Or not.
Walker slows things down. The deadly crossover and the reach in on either Woodall, or they're going to get Fontaine on the bump. And it looks like it is going to go against Fontaine. And it does.
It's got to be tough coaching against him because, you know, if you want to put a bigger player on him, chances are that bigger player slower will not be able to keep up with him at all. And even the guards can't keep up with him. So, shows you how tough of a cover Walker is.
Walker, shovel pass to Fouch. Awkward release, but he draws more contact.
So the City team has gotten back to this game. They've limited turnovers. Walker's been a spark plug. They've been able to, you know, run some sets effectively, getting penetration. And if they can do that, they're right in this game. It's 5 points down with 14 minutes to go. But they continue to play this way, they can easily, you know, take control of this game, Lance.
And they're also getting a lot of defensive stops, and that's what's really igniting the comeback. And it's all about the execution on the offensive end. This Fouch knocks down one of two. Here's Woodall quickly back the other way, and we're going to have a whistle. And it will go against French. So now it's difficult really for the teams to set things up in transition, mainly because of the numerous fouls that we've had called in the last couple of minutes. Woodall gets it to his St. Anthony teammate. Air ball from Fontaine. Rebound by French. Up the court. Feeds Goldborn, and he slams it home with two hands.
Way to run the floor, big man, and he was rewarded. Nice play by Goldborn.
Textbook transition play. Fontaine shaking and baking, and Morris with the follow.
So many good big men in this game. We talked about the Morris brothers, and they run the floor well and are able to follow up on shots.
Walker looking for the three. Kilpatrick, look at this heads-up deflection, and leads Fontaine for a layup. Talk about turning in a terribly timed pass into a perfect assist.
Yeah, and that was made possible a lot because Walker went for the gamble, tried to tip it away, but tipped right to Fontaine and got the easy score.
Timeout on the floor again, 88-82 in favor of the Suburban team. Both teams still looking to get that home run football-esque pass. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's all about whether or not they can get their hands in for a deflection, and it was challenged with Kilpatrick, but he made a last-minute decision instead of maybe trying to keep his momentum towards the sidelines to tap it back to Fontaine for a layup. So he picked an assist up in the interim. And as you mentioned, the City team will have to just make some defensive stops and really cut down on the turnovers, because I think that's what really haunted them in the first half, and that was why the Suburban team was able to open up such a massive lead in transition.
Yeah, they've made their run, and they need to make one more run, you know, being down 6, or Suburban team conversely needs to make one more run, maybe to put the City team away. So somebody's got to make the run. The run is there for the taking, and somebody's got to step up and do it.
So on the court for the City team, it's now Patrick Jackson, Darryl Bryant, Trinity Fields, Lance Goldborn, and Chris Fouch. For the Suburban team, they go with the Morris brothers, Markeith wearing 24, Marcus at 22, Trevon Woodall, Gio Fontaine and Mookie Jones. And it will be City possession as they go the length of the court. And one more substitution. Quintrell Thomas is now going to come in for the Suburban team. Well, now he's going to head back to the bench. Head coach Nick Marinello wanted to sneak a guy in before the start. And apparently they won't let him. So Thomas will have to wait near the scorer's table and watch his teammates.